Welcome to Small and Supercharged Podmas, a series of chatty podcasts that were first broadcast as lives in the Small and Supercharged Facebook group on the run-up to Christmas. Each short podcast features a member of the mastermind group talking all about what they have got going on this Christmas. Listen, enjoy, screenshot, share to stories and share your support of these amazing small businesses. And equally, if you want to catch up with some lives, we have got them running all throughout December over in the free Small and Supercharged Facebook group. Just search Small and Supercharged and you will find the Burgundy group. I hope you love them. I'm joined by Ellie today. Ellie is from a very, very cool company that I love called SpiceMule. And I just want to hand over to you, Ellie. Tell us about SpiceMule and your good self.
Oh my god, I don't think anyone needs to know about me. But SpiceMule is essentially your one-stop shop for quick, easy dinners. Essentially, SpiceMule was born out of the pandemic. Another one of the companies that did a delightful pivot. I hate to use that word like 2 years down the line, but we pivoted. And
like a netball player, don't you worry. You can use it.
I mean, I considered calling myself Darcy Bustle at one point. And we are a food service company anyway. And SpiceMule is now a 10-year campaign for me to get chocolate into the factory. So I think, Rhea, you have sampled our chocolate mug cakes.
Oh, yeah. A lot.
So we do all sorts of different things. So chocolate mug cakes are flying out the door at the moment. So they are very simple, very easy to make cakes that you can make in about a minute.
In a microwave.
In a microwave, exactly. So literally, I know if you're fancy and you have a microwave on the yard, some people do, then it's your immediate booster. Or if you're just like me and that's too lazy to bake, but always requires chocolate at all times. But that works quite well.
But what is really cool about them, there are many things that are cool about them. I'm probably going to mix up A and 1 and 2. I do this quite a lot. I find it annoying. So the first thing is you can add whatever kind of milk you want. So if you are vegan or you have any kind of milk allergies, you can
dietary issues.
That's the word. You can add like oat milk or soya or
hazelnut's really good.
Ooh,
like a Ferrero Rocher.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's quite a nice one.
Oh, I thought that. And you can do the same with because you add some fat as well, don't you?
Yeah, so you can use a source of fat. So you can use an oil, and I recommend oil and a neutral flavoured oil. So something like a straight vegetable oil or your normal cooking oils. Not really an olive oil or anything that's got too much of a classy flavour. Or you can just melt butter. Either one. I mean that's the dream. But it's designed so we put an awful lot of chocolate in there. So if anyone saw my reel yesterday, you'll see how much chocolate does go into. It's about 25% in each one's little mug cakes. So don't think about the calories, just think about the taste. And so that basically means it's really good, really decadent, but it's still vegan. So actually the chocolate that we use is vegan. We like to basically, as a company, include everyone. So we're very lucky that whatever your ethical reason for eating as you do, whether you are just a bit more of a conscious eater, so you're aware of where food comes from more, or whether you are, actively vegan, or whether you're a devoted meat eater, spices are kind of like a unifying entity. So we try and make everything that we produce suitable for vegans. So you can make it vegan or you can add what you would like to it. So whether that's a dairy fat or, if you're making one of our curries or our simple suppers or something like that, you can add chicken or prawns. Equally, I had the Thai green curry last night with sweet potato and aubergine, which as it happens,
I would have liked that. That would have been yum.
I highly recommend it. I mean, in fairness, it wasn't vegan because I did add fish sauce and honey to it, and a nice squeeze of lime. That's the trick with a good Thai flavour. Add a squeeze of lime at the end. Top tips.
No, I love sweet potato and aubergine though, and they are they're not meaty, but they've got that kind of substance, haven't they?
They've got a good texture to them, and let's face it, sweet potato is the king of all sort of vegetables.
so good, isn't it? I mean, love, and you can make like sweet things with sweet potatoes as well, can't you? People make like cakes
Yeah.
and stuff.
I've seen people do this.
Tried, but
no, I'm not a competent anything as far as in the kitchen is concerned.
What do you sell again? Is it cooking stuff?
I mean, so this is how we idiot test the stuff that we produce. If I can make it, we're solid.
My other point about the mug cakes was that you can put other stuff in them. Like, I am sure I saw Emily Cole put like not a cream egg, like some kind of like caramel egg. Or is it?
Yeah, I did a cream egg. The cream egg. Emily went for chocolate buttons, and I reckon. So what I'm going to try and do, I really want to do a reel, because you know what it's like. We've got a lot of tins of roses upstairs in the office at the moment, and there's always like the fudge gets left behind, doesn't it? All those sort of stuff.
Fudge in a mug cake.
Well, I was wondering about that, but we've also got our nice stovetop brownie. Now, how cool would that be if you got all the dregs of like the chocolates that you know, they're not your strawberry creams, are they? So, or your, purple
ones. I do like a strawberry cream, but that is quite a controversial choice.
Oh, see, now, so what I don't understand is why people don't like the orange creams, because they're one of my favourites.
Oh, no, I don't like them. I'm not a big fan.
See, this is why that's why I love it, because I hoover up all the orange creams without any guilt. But I reckon that you could, stovetop brownie. Oh, how good would that be? Like just dotted with your leftover chocolates, bits of caramel in there as well.
I feel like we need to go back to mug cakes, but I want to know everything about the stovetop brownie as well, because you don't just do chocolate mug cakes. Tell us all about the whole range that you do.
So, okay, so I have to say, my absolute personal favourite, and the moment that gave me the biggest fangirl, and I got ridiculously overexcited, and I think you were there, weren't you, Ria, when I got overexcited, was our amazing Magic Mule.
Now, I have to say,
collab.
But that is, I think that might be my favourite. It's incredible.
There's something about it, isn't it? So this is, not only just is it magical because it has a unicorn on the front, but it's colour changing. I mean, colour changing. I have made so many of these now. Oh yeah. So we've mentioned the colour changing, delightful pink, and then it's such a light lemon flavour that we have on it as well. So if anyone's up to date with our social media, you'll have seen my basically add all the fruits possible that you can think of to this cake. So I've done it with blackberries, which was amazing, because it just could you get the little pops of just flavour, and I reckon blueberry would go well in there.
The colour with the colour,
so pretty. So that was delightful. So we've got that absolute beauty, and it's all light lemony, so we don't use any artificial flavours in any of our products. So this is made with a natural lemon oil, cold pressed lemon oil. So it's absolute delight to make. It smells so good from as soon as you open it up as well.
Are you going to show us a demo of it?
But I have to say, as a massive child, I find the fact that it changes from essentially a white powder to a bright pink powder, sort of cake batter, just the best thing ever created. And so it makes it like the best stocking filler this time of year.
I've got a bit of a spot over there, I'll be honest. And whenever I give one away, a little bit of me is really cross.
I was going to say, I was sort of like, so how many have actually gone out, Rio, or how many are actually sat now in your cupboard? I mean, I don't judge, because obviously I have to QC every batch I make, which is a hardship, obviously. The quality control is...
I have sent some, and I'm lucky that people I'm sending them to, I want them to enjoy them, and I want them to have them, but I'm always like, but I would like it for me.
That's the highest compliment you can pay. Thank you.
Demo of this amazing creation.
Yes, come on, so Ria, you have been subject to my demos before, and you know what happens with them sometimes.
Best.
So I'm hoping this is simple enough that even I can't get this wrong, with the low level of chaos that normally happens.
So you've opened the bag and it has all over you, so that's gone well.
I had a moment I couldn't open the bag. Right, so hang on, I'm just going to pour it out. So this is a single serve. And not the most exciting bit, hang on. Right.
Oh, what a
pale powder.
So it's white, isn't it? It's just off white.
What a dull. Yeah, it's sort of like a dust. We call it dusky pink.
Dull.
And then, hang on. Nothing quite the same as it. I think there's nothing much happening. Nothing much happening. Hang on, bear with, caller.
So you put the milk in. You're stirring it.
Milk goes in.
Oh my!
And we start.
God. It's what
literally it makes me grin every time I see it happen as well.
So when this goes into a podcast, into the most amazing pink.
I know. You're just going to have to trust us that it is, and we did our very best to brand match it to Emily Cole's pink as well.
I like that.
Because obviously this is a wonderful collaboration with the lovely lady that is Emily. Yeah. So then basically after that point, you just pop a little bit of oil in there.
All right. You haven't put your fat in yet. I was going to say,
pop a little bit of oil in there. Yeah, and then just chuck it in the microwave for, I think it's about 50 seconds, this one. So it's even quicker than the chocolate.
It
is
so good.
And it is so lemony. We know what my lunch is today as well.
Yeah, and it's like a lemon, so it's basically one of your 5, isn't it?
Exactly, it's fruit. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's perfectly acceptable.
But such a great Christmas gift, such a great stocking filler. And like it's even something you can get kids doing, because cooking with children is incredibly stressful. But
yeah,
the pink one particularly is like watching magic happen in front of your eyes.
It's really cool, isn't it? And I mean, it's something that we make it as simple as possible. I have tested it on my nephews, and if they can hold the attention span to make 2 minutes, and then it keeps them quiet for quite a long time as well.
So what is the pink? Because you said it's only artificial, so what's the pink?
No, so the pink is beetroot. So again, makes it perfectly vegan. So it's the magic that is beetroot, and it's beetroot colour, so you don't get any of the flavour or anything else like that through with it, but it is the most beautiful colour. And again, I think you can see it on our socials because I am obsessed with the colour.
Sarah said, what flavour is this? I stepped out. Sorry, we'll do these in order. It's all just come up now. So what flavour is the Magic Mule?
So we've got Magic Mule. This bad boy is a lovely lemon. It's luscious. It's basically like having a lemon drizzle cake in your mug, and it's just blows your brain. And then we also have, what else we have? We have the one that's probably been our biggest seller, as featured and as seen in Horse and Hound, which is possibly the most exciting thing, is our molten chocolate mug cake. And then we've also got in the same range our chocolate orange. So again, it's the same with the natural flavours. So this is an orange oil, and this is very, very, very festive. So it's a very Christmassy flavour. I always find oranges, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And they're single serving. And how much are they each?
So these are $1.99. So there's a single serve in there, $1.99. All the high quality ingredients that you would expect from SpiceMule. And we are still dispatching our orders. You have officially, so it's like a perfect little stocking filler, really, isn't it? Or, as I have mentioned, I think previously, as a stocking filler for your kids, or we always have those secret Santas and you're like, I don't know who sort of Hilda and accounts is. Who doesn't like chocolate? Gold.
No. You're right. Absolutely.
So we've got they're all available. We'll be dispatching out, and I will do my very, very best to get them out to you before Christmas. Officially, it's tomorrow. So was that 17th of December. But we will do our best to get anything out, and I will be dispatching out after that point. So because SpiceMule is not just for Christmas, and mug cakes certainly are not just for Christmas.
Now, you mentioned, I think it's a fairly new edition of the Stovetop Brownie. Tell us everything about this.
So Stovetop Brownie is essentially well, I suppose you call it a giant version of a mug cake. So, when no, we're back out we were back out sort of seeing other people, maybe doing dinner parties again. That sometimes you're like, what do I do? You've thought about the main meal. I've got pudding is sorted with this. You don't need an oven necessarily. You can put it in the oven as well. I've tried it on a barbecue in the middle of a field and it worked really well. Same principle. So you can take it camping with you. I took it camping with me. And so you literally just add exactly the same concept, milk of any form that you fancy, a bit of oil, put it in a frying pan, and it just gently bakes and bubbles. If you're feeling super fancy and you happen to be at home, I highly recommend that you dot it, one of my personal favourite, with peanut butter, and then cover the whole of the top with marshmallow and chuck it under the grill. And it's like, I can't even explain what it's like.
No, it's
like a s'mores, basically. Minus peanut butter, but I will put peanut butter in everything because I'm obsessed. So,
that sounds awesome.
But yeah, that is one that I am a big fan of at the moment. Technically, you're looking at sort of serving 6 with it. I have eaten an entire portion to myself whilst product development.
You've eaten 6 portions for one person?
I mean, you're saying that like it's a bad thing. I think that's quite an impressive thing, if I'm honest.
It's not a bad thing. I am never going to judge anyone for eating cake. That's not that's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I judged myself quite a lot after that point, but it was so worth it.
Too right.
Yeah, it was so worth it.
Again, that is a brilliant Christmas gift as well, actually, isn't it? Have a little food hamper that doesn't go off. I know everything has got a sell by date, but it's not like if you give someone a cake and they're like, I have eaten so much cake over Christmas, I can't eat any more at the moment, or I've got stuff that is going off.
Exactly. Yeah. And so the idea of these are they're quite good for camping, they're quite good for going away, and obviously I have them in my horse box. They're just all you need for majority of the stuff that we have is a stovetop. So whether you're out camping, you can put it on top of your barbecue that you've taken, with you, or any little gas ring that you have, any form of heat, that's all you need. So
they also do. Well, actually, what other products have you got there? Because I can think of loads of other ones that you do. But what other ones are you going to show us today?
Well, I think I've already spoken about my favourite one at the moment, which is my simple suppers range. So we're going on to savoury for a change, which is a rare topic of discussion for me. But this is our Thai green curry, which I'm obsessed with Thai flavours anyway. And so I need to put a disclaimer out there. I don't really design any of these. I tend to go to my brother, who is I'm not going to say brains of the outfit, but he's definitely the culinary aspect of the outfit, and ask him to design something that I can cook that makes dinner ready, because I'm a horsey person, like I imagine a lot of people that are listening or watching to this, so I will happily be at the yard fettling around with my horse's food until 9 or 10 at night, and then you get home and you're like, oh, a bit hungry actually, so all of these are sort of ready
and then you just the crisps.
Exactly, you're like, I've got to actually eat something that is vaguely nutritionally good for you. So this is basically, you can make anything that's in your fridge or that you've got in your larder store cupboard, and an easy meal. So this, all you need really is a can of coconut milk, which
all the spices and everything are right in the packet.
Everything else that you've got in there. Yeah, and so I think I said I had the sweet potato and aubergine. So you just fry off your sweet potatoes, cook your aubergines, put the powder in there, let it warm up. So basically you're trying to get those lovely oils out of the spices. Pop a tin of coconut milk in there, done. And then you just season it to your sort of taste in terms of, I put fish sauce in there because we don't ever put any salt in any of our products either. So that you have the dietary requirements that you need. If you're on a low sodium diet or something like that. So I put fish sauce in there as a salt equivalent, but you can obviously just put a pinch of salt, or I put honey in there for a little bit of sweetness because I have a very sweet tooth. But you could put an agave, you could put maple syrup in there, or just caster sugar.
Really cool. And then you can just
remains feeding.
Because if you just got the microwave packets of rice, which I have, the ones you squidge, that's like 2 minutes, and you've got dinner in really not very long at all, have you?
Yeah. I mean, it's literally, I think you can do that Thai green curry in less than 10 minutes.
That's really good.
So yeah, I mean, it just means that you end up eating something a little bit more with a bit more nutritional value than the classic pot noodle or that we are notorious for having.
Oh, they're awful, aren't they? I mean, they're not awful, but I've eaten a lot of pot noodles in my time, and they definitely serve a purpose. But as you say, it's nice to have something a bit different.
Yes.
Or actually, at this time of year, if you are, I mean, who even knows what's going on at the moment? But if you are out seeing people, if you are busy back, if you're eating a lot in the day, you're not sure where you're eating, what leftovers, etc. Rather than having to buy a load of stuff, having those kind of things in the cupboard, they're ready to go, aren't they?
Exactly.
Coconut milk that lasts forever.
Yeah, I mean, everything that we try and make it so that, you know, you can have it just sat in the larder, so you know it's ready to go. It's just cupboard staples. And I mean, I think most of the stuff that I put instructions on, it's very sort of like, you know, just whatever you've got in the fridge. It really doesn't matter. The flavours, this is where all the flavours going to come from. The sort of everything else is up to you. So whether you like it, you know, you don't like sweet potato, who are you? Or you want to put prawns in there, or you want to put, you know, it's chicken instead for you as a protein, or you want to use tofu or something else. Yeah. I try and think of it as like a palette for your creativity, which sounds ridiculous now I say it out loud. But you can literally do nothing and just follow the instructions exactly, and that's it. And you still got a nice meal. Or, you know, if you are a bit more of a creative cook and you know this is a nice just basis for it, and you can add. Yeah. So depending on
how much is that one? I didn't ask about the Stovetop Brownie either. I was trying to be really efficient, like QVC.
I know, I wish I could remember better than I actually can. So these are $3.99, but you get 2 servings in here. In terms of 2 amounts to cook. I'm trying to work out how to put this correctly, and then each serve will serve between sort of 4 and 6, but you can just keep on bulking it up and out.
Oh wow! So actually, that one lasts a bit, quite a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, in fairness, because this has got a bit of a kick to it, this one in particular, so you don't have to use it. So the usage rate is about 30 grams that you put in for a decent kick to it. I don't often do that. I put in slightly less because I like spicy food, but at the minute I'm not really into spicy food, so I've got about 3 servings out of it through sort of 3 different cooks out of it. And because all of our packaging is either recyclable or biodegradable and all resealable, so you should just keep absolutely fine in your larder. Just make sure it stays nice and dry in a cool environment, and it'll keep pretty indefinitely.
Really, really cool. Is there anything else that you've got that we need to know about before I let you carry on being amazing?
Carry on running around after Christmas orders, you mean? I think the main ones, I mean, you have got a limited amount of time to get hold of your stocking fillers, essentially. So it's your chocolatey ones, they're the important bits. So you want your chocolate orange mud cake, your molten chocolate mud cake, Stovetop brownies. Oh, and a little shout out to the old Cinnamon as well, which is so festive. The cinnamon hot chocolate. I always put rum in it because
why not?
I'm a little extra. Exactly. But Cinnamon is where it's at the moment. It's full of it's basically pure grated hot chocolate, pure grated chocolate, vegan as well. So I've got a friend who is very much a fan of it, using the barista milk by Oatly, I think it is, and she said it is spectacular because it's a really creamy sort of oaty flavour.
Ooh,
yeah,
that would be lovely, actually, wouldn't it?
It's good. It's very festive. It nearly put me into the Christmas mood over the weekend.
Nearly.
I'm not there yet. I'm still struggling a little bit, I won't lie.
No, I get you completely. Is there anything else you would like to share before I ask you all the places where we can find out more and we can buy? I have to say, I did order a lot, an excessive amount. And the postage, they came through really, really quickly. And actually, they're really easy to wrap as well, because I hate wrapping and I'm horrible at wrapping. And I bought a variety of different shapes and sizes of present for people. And I hadn't clocked that wrapping one was like, is it a rhombus? What's it when it's short, like shape? Like,
yeah, there's too many sides basically, and it's very inconvenient.
Honestly, it looks like a cat's wrapped it. It's horrific, and I thought, it's awful. Actually, no, cats could do a better job. And I've been on the verge of saying to people, also, I can't wrap. So, but all of this stuff really easy to wrap. So to be honest, it gets my vote even more. It tastes delicious. It's incredibly well priced. It supports a small business, and wrapping wise, so easy.
And the beauty of these, you can just put them to go through the post. So easy. You don't have to worry about anyone being there.
I'm
post box done.
Labels on the computer for the printer doesn't bloody work. It's honestly, it's like, I don't know how people do this for a job. I'm just packing up a few and it's driving me over the edge. So get these, go through the letter, shove a stamp on it, write the address, shove a flipping stamp on it.
And then tick, that's the most important bit. It's like, I have dealt with this person. Don't duplicate, as I often do. But I'm impressed, you're wrapping presents, you're getting sorted. I mean, I haven't done anything.
Ellie, tell us all the places where we can find out more about you and buy these fab products online.
So you can buy direct from our shop, our online site, which is spicemule.co.uk. We are also mainly on Instagram, but we're also on Facebook, and it's just at SpiceMule.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much for joining us today. Have you got an exciting afternoon planned? Yes, I've got lots of Christmas orders to deal with, which is delightful. So I will hope to feel a little bit more festive soon. Thank you very much for joining us today. You've been brilliant.
Thank you.
And we'll catch up really soon. Take care.
See ya.